All right, so for today's math, we're going to be doing are there enough for the grade? So we're talking about pods 104, which has 26 students, and pod 107, which has 27 students. I have them written out here on this piece of paper. And you're going to have something: bananas, tacos, jump ropes, bean bags, pencils, and some of your problems today. You're gonna have to figure out if there's enough for Pod 104 with 26 students and Pod 107 with 27 students to have enough to share. And sometimes you'll have enough, sometimes you won't have enough. So, for right now, we're going to talk about these beans, which could be anything. Now, if I were in class, I would have the cool little yellow sticks with the blocks, but we're not in class, so we have to make it do. So I have a lot of beans, as you can probably imagine, so that's what I'm going to use to count. So anyways, I have them already counted out. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68. So these are just I took out a handful of beans and I organized them. So a couple of suggestions would be to make sure that you're doing it in groups of 10, so it makes it easier to count. And then I move them two at a time because I can count faster by twos than I can by ones. The counting by fives is a little harder to organize, but if you can do that for yourself, or you have something not as difficult as beans, do that for yourself. Anyway, I got to figure out if these 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 68 beans are enough for pods 104 and 107. So what I'm going to do is I could do this a couple of different ways. I could give one to each student. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could do that all the way with all of them, and I'd get the right answer, and you'd be fine to do it that way. But since I already know that this is 10, and I already know that that is 10, I'm just going to take all of these, and then I know that this is this. These are this. I don't have to perfectly put them because I already know that it's 20. And then I'm going to take from this pile just so I don't break up my 10s yet. So I need 6. So and I should have 2 left because there was 8 and I only wanted 6. So far, I have enough for pod 104, and I still need to figure out if I have enough for pod 107. So here's 10 again. I'm going to take all this 10, and I'm going to put it right here in the first 10. So I'm going to take the whole thing, and I'm not going to perfectly place it, but I know that there's 10. I'm going to take the second 10, and you can see where I kind of messed up on I got excited and counted too much. But sometimes we make mistakes, and that's okay. We can keep moving on. Right now, paper is precious, so I don't want to keep erasing and drawing and erasing and drawing. So there's 20. And now I need to get to 27. So now I'm going to take the 2 extra that I have here, and now I have to break up this 10. So I'm going to break it up one by one slowly. Six and 27. So now, the question was, do I have enough beans for pod 104 and pod 107? And the answer is yes, because here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. That does not add up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That makes much more sense. So there's 53 students in all the grade. And I had enough beans, and I even have some extras. So all your problems this week are going to be like that. You have to figure out if you have enough something or other for pods 104 with 26 students and pods 107 with 27 students. Do we have enough for them? So you're going to have to be doing some adding, and you're going to have to be doing some passing out, like if you're passing out, like when we do snack, or like when when Chef Eddie does lunch, or when Miss Figueroa passes out pencils to her class, whatever. You're going to be figuring out if there's enough for both, that's a giant two, both grades. Have fun.